This post is mostly for doctors who need to make the decision about whether or not to enroll in Pay As You Earn before the deadline this July. A lot of you have heard that the SAVE plan is amazing, and it is, but for many doctors, the Pay As You Earn plan can actually make more sense. And that's because there's a cap on your monthly payment, which is the standard 10-year payment. So let's look at some options, some examples of when it could make sense to do save versus pay. Now, it really depends on something that called the salary to loan ratio. And I came up with this for you because I know you're all really busy. And so I wanted to make this as simple as possible. And so basically, if you look at your attending salary and then you look at your initial loan amount, that's what you're going to use to figure out this ratio. And if the ratio is 1 or higher, so for example, $200,000 of loans and $200,000 salary, and again, that's the attending salary, then it can often make sense to enroll in Pay As You Earn instead of Save. Now, there's a whole bunch of assumptions here. First of all, I'm assuming that these numbers right here assume single and no kids. Also, remember, this is education only, not advice, okay? This also assumes that you mostly have graduate loans because, as a reminder, under the SAVE plan, undergrad loans actually are going to be cut even lower. The payment's even lower starting in July. It's going to drop down to only 5% of your discretionary income instead of 10% for undergraduate loans. But for a lot of doctors, most of your loans, or a big chunk of them, are graduate loans. So when we talk about the ratio of 1 being a pretty good indication that pay could work, keep in mind there's all these other factors. If you have a lot of undergraduate loans, for example, SAVE is potentially going to be a better option for you. Also keep in mind that we're talking about people who are pursuing loan forgiveness. So this is assuming you're pursuing public service loan forgiveness and you're trying to have the lowest payment possible. If you're not sure if you're going to pursue forgiveness, then SAVE could be better because in SAVE, your monthly payment isn't going to grow. So there's just lots of factors to consider. Of course, if you're married, you have to consider if you're filing separate or joint. You need to consider how long your residency and fellowship is. The longer it is, it could actually make sense to stay on SAVE because you actually have a lower monthly payment in SAVE during residency and fellowship compared to pay. So keep all of those factors in mind when you make your decision.